All right, so I'm going to do a little update on this tank. This tank is still a mess, but I want to tell you a little about it because it wasn't always a mess. This tank has been going for a couple of years. So I had it planted, and this tank is about, I don't know, 5 years, going about 4 or 5 years. But see this little guy right there? Little Venezuelan corydoras, little bitty guy, little baby. There's a bigger one there. I have about like 6 or 7 of those guys in there, which is too many for this size of a tank because they do get a bit bigger. But for right now, they're fine. But this is what I wanted to say. I had a whole bunch of plants down here, like all kinds of different plants. Like some plants that were like swords, chain swords. Well, yeah, some chain swords. For some reason, this thing keeps these knock off the dirt off of this thing. So these little guys here, really pretty Anubias, some Anubias plants. There's another Anubias there. So this tank was all settled. It looked really good. And then what do? I come in on my days that I'm usually in my office, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I came in on Wednesday, and I'm like, look what I got for you guys. 7 Venezuelan corydoras. And a tank that is mostly dirted. And let me show you guys this layer here, the layers. So see how the layers are? So I didn't have anything at all that dug around in the dirt. So if you have a dirty tank, this is something that you should know. Don't do what I did. Don't so capping the dirted tank off, it's not gonna. Okay, so this has happened to me a couple other times where I will put some stuff in my tank, and then I'll like move a plant, and then the entire tank will be just milk chocolate. It's the CO2 that comes out of the substrate, it just bubbles straight up. I'll show you guys what I mean. Watch this. See if I can find a pocket of CO2. See that right there? See, it's just going up and out. So how much CO2 is coming out? I have no clue. How much is staying in the tank? I have no clue. These are not big fish. I don't have a lot of fish in here. I do have a lot of fish, but they're little bitty fish. I've got little babies. You know, there's a lot of little babies. Like this little baby there. The platies, the swordtail, the wild type green swordtail, and the platies. So they're not big fish. That's why this works. I say it works, but obviously it looks horrible right now. And this is why it looks horrible. It's because I did not have this gravel. I didn't have the gravel. I didn't even have the sand. I had a nice layer of dirt. See what that guy's doing? See what he's doing? That's what they do. They dig in there and they look for little bugs to eat. So this entire tank looked like this. Let me show you guys what this tank looked like. We're going to talk about all of this too here in a second. So all of the substrate looked like... So let me see here what this looks like here. So in the back, see how that is? See, this is like a little bit of rubble, a little bit of rocks, some really small, like pea gravel, small pea gravel, right? And it's not very thick. It's only just a couple there. Compared to like this where I have, a good handful So that's what that tank looked like. The entire tank was like that. It was just very small pea gravel through the tank. So I came in on Wednesday when I'm in my office. You guys might have seen the other video where I did not show the tank, but I said the tank over here, and I don't turn all the way to show you, is like milk chocolate. And that's why. It's because these guys are doing what they're doing. They're looking for little bugs, digging around. And it's just stirring the stuff up, which is fine. But it also dug up all my plants. So all of my Anubias plants, like that one right back there. This one over here. Let me get my big stick here. I'll show you guys. So I'm pointing at them here, so you guys can't really see because they're just torn up. So this one right there. This one over here. This one's looking pretty good. It's coming back pretty nicely. This one's okay too. So they're coming back. Some of them are looking okay. They're not looking too torn up. But this tank was looking really nice, and it had some of those were pretty big. Not giant, but they looked pretty good. But now it's like they're just skeletons of what they used to be. But check this out. See this right here? This is what I was going to say. This is all roots from my pothos. So you guys want to know how old this tank is? This is how old the tank is. See the pothos? I've been working on taking all the floating plants out so I could just have the root system. And the babies, the little babies swimming through the roots is kind of cool. See a little baby right there at the top of the water? Little baby's way back there. So getting these babies to swim through the roots, like I love this root. Look at that. That's just crazy looking. Look how wild that is. So I did some work. On my pothos, because the pothos is only growing in the tank. It's not rooted into any pots. It's just rooted into the tank. And the roots, they're not quite down in the substrate. Actually, it looks like this one might be. Which, I mean, I wanted to clean the water. Yeah, it's not quite. I might clip that. I don't know. I wanted to clean the water. I don't really want it to take the, I don't want to take the nutrients out of the substrate. I wanted to take the nutrients out of the water. You know, like. So, let me show you guys. This is awesome. So the pothos goes from here, you know, got the branch, and it goes, so I got it up on this window, climbing the window, and then it just kind of loops back. So, like, back up here, and now I have it climbing up into this. And then I have a branch going back. This is not awesome. That's a branch coming off of this one here. And then it's going up over this painting I did. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of cool. So I took one of the pothos branch, one of the smaller pieces, and you could see my plants. There's no, like the pothos is not growing in any of the pots. It's actually just growing in there. Some of my clients didn't know that, and they were like surprised that it grew that much just in the aquarium. So it's kind of cool. It's my avocado tree. So I used to have the pothos going down here, and it was starting to climb this. And you can see the paint actually peeled off there. That's actually from the roots. And you can see the pothos here. Look at this. Look at the roots on this thing here. Like right there, some roots. Look at this. This is so awesome. I love it. Little roots there. Like some of these, it'll be cool to see how this thing starts to climb this all through the window. And then I don't know what to do with this wall. I'll figure something out. If anyone watching this has any ideas, tell me. So over here is the same thing, but this hasn't really done a whole lot because I just put it in. But this tank, I'm putting some heaters in here because I want to keep the temperature around 74, 70, in the mid 70s, low 70s. I would love it if I can get these guys to breed, but they probably won't breed in this tank. The cherry barbs. But yeah, it's the same thing. So all these floating plants, if I can get the floating plants replaced with the pothos roots, that's my goal. But it's going to take years to get where I am with that other tank, because that's what happened. It took years to get that, but yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. All right, well, I'm going to get some food. I have another session at 5:30. It's about a half an hour from now. But yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know, it's very easy to do. Just take anyone who's doing something like this, if you're wondering if you've never done this, it's just like, all you got to do is take your plant, remove the leaves, even though there's leaves here. But you don't want the energy going to the leaves. You want the energy going to make the roots. So, but yeah, just stick it in the water. That's all you got to do. Not all plants will do that. Some plants will actually rot if you try to do that. But a lot of vine plants will do this. Okay, all right. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions, I got this giant empty wall here. This wall is going to have, this plant growing up it. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I need to do something with that. Maybe a nice tapestry or something. Or if you don't like the life you live, change it now, it's yours. That's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite bands, Crass, the band Crass. Big A, little a. If you don't like the life you live, change it now, it's yours. Like a tapestry with those words on it or something. Like, I don't know. My thing is, like, if I hang something like that, it's going to get old seeing it all the time, so I want to change it out. I'm going to think of something. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.